we survived a Golden State without Kelly Oubre or James Wiseman or Damian Lee or obviously Clay or KD? Man, you should be shaking in your boot. What are you doing with all that stuff?
Al Adams, Rick Barry, Wilt Chamberlain. Don't do that.
Really?
Hey, how you doing, Skip? The king. The king is here. You see what it is?
The king?
Can you read that right there?
Le Goat?
No.
I thought he was Le Ankle.
No.
I thought at halftime he needed to take a big swig of his new drink, Mountain Dew Rise, because he had no lift.
Skip, you be hating.
I don't know what happened to
You be
him.
hating, Skip. You be hating, and that's so unlike you, Skip. I thought you was like, you know what? I like the guy in a clutch moment, hit a big-time shot, but that's not you.
I saw a very different game than you saw. So here we go.
Hear ye. Come one, come all. King James hit a shot to make the Warriors fall.
Shannon has been waiting.
Let me give it a glass.
Skip has a lot to say, and that game was special last night. So yes, let's talk about it right now. LeBron and the Lakers were able to fend off Steph Curry and the Warriors in the 7-versus-8 play-in game last night. All knotted up at 100 with a minute left. LeBron threw up a deep three-pointer to avoid a shot clock violation. And after the game, LeBron said, quote, "After Draymond's finger to the eye, I was literally seeing 3 rims out there, so I just shot at the middle one." Shannon, on a scale of 1 to 10, how clutch was LeBron's late three-pointer?
10.
10.
10 plus.
Hey.
Boy, that was objective.
10.
We're off to a running start here.
T-N or T-I-N. It was 10, Skip.
That was made at 10. I'll give you that.
Skip, look. It's the final minutes of a ball game, and as Jenny was reading, the clock was winding down. The last thing that you want to have happen after Steph Curry, and I told you, if Steph see a couple of those shots go in, you got your night cut out for you. And he messed around and saw a couple of those things go in, and he felt he could do no wrong. He got what he'd been averaging over the last 25, 30 games, which is 37 points. And I felt that if he got anywhere near his average, the Lakers were going to lose this game because we know they like to take and make a bunch of threes. And they got guys capable of getting hot, Skip. You saw in the first half, Poole and Andrew Wiggins and Toscano Anderson. I like Kent Bazemore. I like, hold on, bro. If y'all have been shooting like this the whole year, y'all wouldn't be in the play-in. But LeBron James in the moment. Skip, I don't really know what a flagrant is anymore. And so now, I guess because he didn't make deliberate contact, so now you can hit a guy in the face. We've seen guys get flagrants called with less than that. And so LeBron having, you know, I can't see, he got one eye. He got one eye, Skip Bayless. Shot clock winding down. This is for all the marbles because Skip Bayless and others are waiting for this opportunity to say Michael Jordan would have never lost to the Golden State Warriors. But he said, hold on just a second. You won't be able to say it tomorrow. I'm going to pull up from 34 feet. Skip, if my notes serve me correctly, you do realize that's the second longest playoff game winner in the final minutes of a game since they started tracking it. Only Dame shot against Paul George is from further distance. So that lets you know. And considering how bad he and AD and the team had played in the first half, Skip, for him to get it going in the second half and to take it and say, look, bro, you know, I'm shooting all these jumpers. We shooting these jumpers. We're a bigger team. Let's go inside. Punish them. And they did that, Skip Bayless. So for me, given the magnitude, him being away, only playing 4 games in the last 8 weeks, his rhythm is still not there, but he found a way to get back and get himself back into the ball game and to hit a shot of that nature, of that magnitude. But I love how they do it. I love the narrative that's being written now, and you're part of the narrative that does this. You do this, Skip Bayless. Now it's a go-ahead shot. When what you call him hit his, Kyrie, it was a game winner, and he hit it at exactly the same time. Now every time LeBron hits a shot, it's a go-ahead shot. Everybody else hits the exact same shot. It's a go-ahead shot now. But that's what I do. You know what? That comes from newspaper. That's how y'all do it. Because, see, you never, the retraction is never printed with the same veracity as the allegation. So you, on the other, that's what
you're starting to sound like Donald Trump.
Yeah, no. You, Skip Bayless, because you come from print.
Yes,
that's how you do it.
I'm still in print.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You in talk. You in talk right now. So for me, it was a big time shot and a big time moment made by a big time guy, and that's what Steph Curry said. Steph said, "Hey, great players make great shots in great moments." And that's what he did. Long live the king. Home, little kid.
Tell me when you're finished.
I'm finished for a little bit.
Good. It is now, thankfully, my turn. So you did make one true statement in the many that you just spewed all over this table.
What happened?
It was a flagrant.
Yes.
I mean, Draymond just flat out hit him with both hands right in the face. That's the definition of a flagrant foul.
With no play on the ball.
I'm sorry. It's just two hands to the face.
Thank you.
You just can't do it. Maybe once upon a time in 1985, it would have been a hard playoff foul. But by the letter of today's law, it's a flagrant.
It is.
It's like it's a blatantly obvious flagrant. So I'm going to give you that and only that. And I will give you this. It was a big shot for the Lakers because the Lakers were teetering.
Yes.
The Lakers were teetering on having to play again on Friday night against Memphis at home, and I'm sure they could beat Memphis at home, but it would be another dangerous game against Ja Morant. And, you know, the rest of it.
Brooks,
and Valanciunas, and they all were in the 20s last night, and my Spurs gave them a valiant fight.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
Skip, y'all fell down by 22.
30. Yeah, it felt like 30, and thanks to my man Patty Mills, we actually made it a game. But the point was, Golden State made a game out of something that should have never been because you have dominated Golden State all year. Even in the game you lost, you're up by 19, you're up by 14 with 11 minutes left. So I'm going to give you big shot, but I won't even remotely give you clutch shot. So back to Jenny's question, scale of 1 to 10. How clutch was it? I will give you a 1. You're at a 10, I'm at a 1. Let me explain it. And let me start with what I instantly tweeted moments after the shot went in, much to your surprise and shock.
I knew it was going in.
Oh, yeah, you
when
knew
he
it
shot
was going in.
Sure.
Here is what I tweeted, if we could please see this so I can read this. Lucky, desperate 3 by LeBron with the pressure off at the end of the shot clock. He's at his best when there's no drive or launch decision. He can just heave and hope. If he misses, no expectation, no fault. It's a quote-unquote impossible shot. Besides, he was, as he said right after the game, seeing 3 rims. So I guess he picked the middle, or maybe he picked the right one. Yeah. Maybe he just heaved it and hoped, and his prayer was answered. And speaking of prayers, for the first time ever after a game, LeBron James actually thanked the man upstairs. I've never considered LeBron much of a religious man. Yep, and all of a sudden, maybe he had a conversion because he threw up a prayer that went in, and he said, I've seen the light. I am yours, Lord. What do you want? I am your servant now. So here's the point. There was zero pressure on that shot because it was at the end of the clock. And to your point, thank you for making my point. Obviously, the game was tied, and obviously there was a minute left on the clock, so it wasn't nearly late enough time for a Michael Jordan-esque shot because Jordan would have waited till the bitter end to take and make the big shot.
Well, Skip,
there's a minute left on the clock. Nobody's going to hold him accountable for a miss here. In fact, most people would have expected him to miss a shot that he actually fell away to shoot from, 34 feet.
Can I ask you a question? How much time was left on the clock when Kyrie made his shot in Game 7?
I'll give you that, except nobody could make a shot for what seemed like the last 5 minutes of the game. And finally, Kyrie said, give me the damn ball and get out of my way, and I'll make the shot that won the game.
But there was no pressure. Remember, the game was already tied.
Okay, well, that was Game 7 of the finals when everybody's clanking from everywhere.
Well, here's the thing, though, Skip. You lose this game, guess where you go?
Okay,
you go to another play-in.
I just said that.
One game. For one game for your life.
But just remember this. There are zero consequences to this shot. There's zero ramification. There's zero repercussion if he misses, like against Sacramento in his first game back after the ankle injury. That's what you call a last-second walk-off type shot, and he missed it. Okay, that's do or die, and he died.
So in other words, unless it's do or die, that's the only way. So
I'm just saying we're debating the clutchness of this shot. He had to shoot the shot at the end of the clock. Right. And this is what I lecture you on. I've I've preached and tried to teach you. This is LeBron's biggest dilemma at the end of games. He's obviously a great passer. I still think he's the best passer in basketball. He is the greatest driver of the basketball I have ever witnessed in all my many years covering this game. Never has anybody caught my eye as a driver of the basketball the way the freight train LeBron James, especially in year 18, when he looks like he's put on a couple of pounds through his time off, but it's okay. He'll get it back as they start getting into the playoffs. But the point is, he looks like he weighs like 270 now. He's up there at 6 feet 9 inches tall. He is so powerful, you cannot keep this man from the rim. So where he's at his worst is like at the end of game 1 of the 2018 finals at Oracle against these Golden State Warriors, and he got Steph to switch on him, and all of a sudden he's got to make a choice because it's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.